Hello and welcome to day four of her business challenge, her business breakthrough challenge. I'm so excited about what we're doing, guys. The key to all of success in life, remember, we talked about accomplished stewardship being what success really is. So many people attribute success to just having money or just having, this thing or that thing. But the truth is that we are building our life and becoming her, and we are on a covenant journey for our entire life in building and growing and being raised above and lifted up. And our life is becoming a testimony to the goodness of God. And so we are on a constant and a consistent journey towards going from glory to glory. And nothing that we do here in life if we're going to ever accomplish the thing that God has set out for us to accomplish, we need to stay consistent. So today we're going to talk about some tactical things that are going to help you to amplify your brand and grow your influence, because ultimately the number one thing in building a successful business is influence and amplification. One thing that you never want to stop doing in business is is marketing. And I think too many people are outsourcing the heart and soul of their business, and marketing truly is having a voice, even becoming a thought leader, which you don't necessarily have to be. But I'm going to talk through some things today that are going to help you to start thinking about how to grow your influence, which is ultimately going to help you grow your business. And amplification is everything, as we all know. All right, guys. So I'm going to share my screen and then we're going to just dive right in. Okay, the very first thing that we want to talk about is everybody has a bent towards a particular, amplification strategy or channel. And so you can look at currently, and as I talk through strategy, I'm talking tactical today, but remember that everything we do about success is based on principle. Tactics are going to change, platforms are going to change. One day, one social media platform is here, the next day it's gone. And so everything I'm talking about, I wanted to stay clear of specific platforms, but I will mention some just because it's critical to the season that we're in right now, of course. And if you are already publishing and amplifying on multiple channels and platforms, that's amazing, especially if you're able to do it successfully. That's super powerful. Keep doing what you're doing. And but if you're just getting started, you're like, man, should I blog? Should I do YouTube? Should I be doing video, or should I do a podcast? The very first step is to choose one publishing tool that you want to use to amplify your impact and amplify your message. And so, publishing really is the greatest way to get your voice out there, to begin adding value into people's lives. Everything about business, as you remember the last couple of days, we talked about what business is. It's the exchange of values. It's, if you're going to purchase a bar of soap, I give you soap, you give me money. And so there's an exchange there. And what you can do to, the best way to ultimately begin growing, the growth phase is to amplify and to publish, but you want to choose one. So the second thing is you want to become a credible source. It's funny because I see influencers or people who are attempting influence on social media or in the world, and they lack credibility. First of all, maybe they haven't educated themselves in their arena. Maybe they are, they just don't have the depth and the experience to amplify, and you don't have to have years and years of experience, but what you should do is you should be talking and speaking on things that you're living out, right? So we see a lot of people who are, especially in the marketing world and in the social media world, who are making promises, or they're marketing and they're saying all these great things, but they're not actually backing up their offers and their message with a lifestyle aligned with who they are. So you want to become a credible source. It's the one thing that you can talk about all day that is something that you've lived out in your life and you've got fruit. Those are the things you should be talking about. Because what's going to happen is people sense authenticity. They sense truth and depth, and you'll have greater impact on people. And I always talk about influence is a responsibility. Having Being an entrepreneur is a responsibility. And so when people begin to listen to you and lend you their ear, make sure that you're speaking on topics from a place of life experience and knowledge, and become a credible source. Understand the value that you offer. This is really key. Influence is a responsibility. So, for instance, when I'm doing my podcast, I know that when I get on my podcast, I'm helping to activate women. I'm helping to unlock a part of them that has been long lost. And they realize, oh my gosh, I'm not living to my fullest. I want to get out there and go after it. And then we're cultivating those seeds of greatness. And so I understand the value that I offer people. And you should do the same, whether you're publishing via blog, Facebook, YouTube, any of the social media platforms. If you're writing or speaking, know what value you offer, because everything that we do is based on adding value and giving people a positive ROI with their time. Let's see here. Authenticity is an asset in your business. We often talk about it like it's this ethereal thing out there that people should try to do more often. But authenticity truly is, it's just speaking from a place of true life experience and passion for the people that you're serving. It's an asset for you, and you want to go deep with people, and you can't fake good, and you do have to dig deep, even into your own person. Pull out the things, talk about the trials, talk about the challenges, talk about how you overcame when things got hard. Be real with people. Never come across, or never speak from a place of facade. People will pick up on that. And so as you're amplifying, as you're growing your business, be authentic with people. Oh, this is something that's super key, and I talk about this in my business all the time, but seek to be at the top of your industry. Be number 1, strive for excellence, right? And so if we're going to do anything, we should do it with all of our hearts as unto the Lord. And we should strive and we should work diligently towards being number 1, and not being second best. And maybe I think that's a foreign concept in our current faith-driven culture, because people are so like, they think humility is poverty, or humility is this smallness. And humility is not about being small in life. Humility is about recognizing your need for God and knowing who he is, and in compared to who we are here and what he's given us, and relying on him and walking in covenant with him completely. It's considering others greater than yourself, putting others' needs before yourself. That's humility. But being number 1 in your business is a great way to be a beacon of hope and light for people in the world, and to show the goodness of the Lord. So strive for excellence. So see through the eyes of your brand. This is also key. Oftentimes, I remember even years and years ago, before I really had any influence and I was just starting my business, I would post through the eyes of thinking, what if a follower, or what if my customers will saw my social media, or what if they saw this video, or what if they saw my opinion on the platform? Is this going to support and build up the brand and continue the amplification process? Also, everywhere you go, whenever I'm at, a bookstore, or if I'm looking at magazines on a shelf, I'm constantly thinking, what are the needs that people are facing today in my industry? And how can I answer the questions and solve the problems of the people that are following me? So I constantly have those eyes of seeing through the lens of my brand. Okay, so that was a very simple. I know it's funny because people think tactical and they're like, okay, tell me how to set up a podcast, or tell me how. There's so much training. You can actually Google and YouTube how to do these things. But I wanted to give you guys tactical input that's going to give you just a real solid foundation for growing your influence and amplifying your message. So today, your challenge is to start something. If it's, hey, I'm really gifted at writing. Okay, so write a piece. And if you don't have a blog set up yet, post it on your personal Facebook and begin there. And then do the research and get started, start a blog. You can do that kind of stuff for free. If your skill set and passion is being on video, then sit in front of your camera today and amplify your first message and then post it, start a YouTube channel. Google that if you don't know how to do that, and upload your video and check out tags and how to rank, and you can research and all of those good things. If your skill set is vocal and you like to be a voice, then start a podcast. You can do that for free as well. And I have a recording app. It's just a tape recorder app on my phone. And when I started, I didn't have a microphone. I didn't have any special gear or equipment. I literally sat in my office and spoke into my earbuds or into my phone on the recording app and published it myself. And so you don't have to have all of the great bells and whistles to do any of this stuff. You can get started today. The point is take action. If you're already amplifying and you're already in these platforms, my my recommendation and the challenge for you is to go bigger. If you're at a point in your business where you can start researching and doing more PR for yourself, where you can be featured in articles and magazines and that kind of thing. Just go bigger, but get really clear on the message that you're amplifying, all based on these categories that we've talked about. And I want to hear from all of you. Type in the comments, how is it going with your challenge? What's moving the needle forward for you? What kind of information are you really hungry to learn about? What is it that you want to know? I've built an eight-figure business over the last 10 years with five children. And, I've been married for over 18 years. I was pregnant and nursing through the majority of my entrepreneurial journey. So I'm here to tell you that whatever it is that you desire to do, you can do it and nothing has to stop you. So I want to hear from you. Where are you at? And I want to know, what is it that you want to know from me specifically that would help you move the needle forward? What is it that you want to pull out of my brain that I can share with you that is going to help you grow? And I'm here for it, and we're here for it. Our whole Her Tech team is excited about what we're doing. We are working on some additional events. We've got the bonfires happening in Florida in the coming weeks. We were just in Illinois. We're going to be in California and all over the place. And so just all the things coming together to help cultivate the seed of greatness in all of you is really a beautiful thing. So thanks so much for being with me today. Have a great day.
Thanks for listening to today's show. Hit subscribe or follow, and be sure to share this episode with a friend.